Hello, everyone, and welcome to my show. I'm Melody Trice, and I'm super excited. You know why I'm super excited? Because I have with me today Carlita Hodgins. Welcome to the show.
Thank you
I'm
for having me.
I'm so happy to have you here. You look amazing in that yellow, lady.
Thank you so much.
So one of the things, I know that you are one of the original ex-basketball wives. So
Yes,
let's
I am.
talk about that before we go a little further to your book.
Okay, let's do that.
You know, from going from having this to coming to this powerful woman, you know. So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I was married to my ex-husband for 10 and a half years.
Wow.
Yeah, we have 2 children, 2 boys.
Wow.
And it was fun at first. You know, you're young and you're in love, and things changed
Things do
quickly.
change.
Yeah, they did. They did.
But you know something, I think about that right now because if you hadn't had that experience, you wouldn't have what you hold in your hand, would you?
Absolutely not. I'm the woman I am today because of my experiences, and I
Wow.
wouldn't change a thing.
Really?
No, not even.
Wow. So what really happened that really said, you know what, this is enough. I'm more than what I'm going through right now.
Well, cheating is definitely a deal breaker for me.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and it's a lot of that in the NBA. And I'm a family kind of girl, and I had my boys,
Yeah.
and I had 2 sick boys.
Wow.
One has cancer still today, and they told me my youngest, he wouldn't live to be 5, but
Wow.
he's 31.
Seriously?
Yes, and
You have a what?
my oldest is 32.
Oh my God. You look that age you're on. I don't even know what to say. But go ahead. I'm sorry. That just threw me off.
So my oldest one got sick first, and I think God has a way of showing us what's happening, and so it prepared me for what was coming. And with all of that, my ex-husband was interesting, and he had his own demons I didn't know at the time, but he had his own demons.
Wow.
And because I was a stay-at-home mom, you get treated a certain kind of way. So
Well, most of the time, those wives actually are stay at home.
not always.
Not always.
No.
Did you like being in the limelight with him, or was it you really rather being at home with your kids?
Well, the limelight was not what it was then as it is today, but we did have some, okay? And I was definitely in love with being home with my children. I was raising my children as opposed to giving them to someone else to do it.
That makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense. So what point of your life you say, okay, now it's time for me to write my book?
Well, 20 years later. What happened was a friend of mine told me, he called me and thought it was funny because me and my ex-husband had a horrible breakup.
Wow.
Yeah, I was tossed in jail, and yeah,
Wow. Is that in the book?
that's in the book.
Oh,
I'm extremely transparent in the book.
that makes a difference.
Okay, so yeah, and so my friend called me and he said, Carlita, hey, I looked on the internet. Have you ever thought about Googling your name? And I thought, no, why would I? I'm me. And he says, they have you down as the craziest sports wife in the world. Ha, ha, ha. Well, I didn't think that was funny.
Oh my God.
So I Googled my name and started crying.
Oh.
I did. I was like, goodness, how do I get this off? So I started trying to get it off. And then he's like, baby,
Where that?
it's there. Don't come off. It's on the web.
Wow.
And so I thought about a lot of things. I was angry. And so I remember the issues that I had in my marriage when I was, I'm just going to say this. They said that I tried to burn my husband up.
I was about to say, he might need to be burned up.
Nobody needs to be burned
I'm just
up.
like, forgive me, Lord. I'm sorry. I just got a moment, a flashback just then.
Yeah, but man, you couldn't have told me that. But yes, he was just interesting. And, you know, they get beside themselves and a little arrogant, and it
Because
happens.
somebody in the industry actually told
Right.
them that, you know?
And he was a superstar. He played during the time of Michael Jordan. He was a 3-point champion.
Wow.
And, you know, it kind of starts smelling us out.
Wow.
But I have a thing that I always told him. I'll become bored, but I won't get lonely.
Wow.
I can do better what you do, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, yeah.
All that kind of add to the book because literally that's almost like a movie you're talking.
Absolutely.
I
we're
mean,
going to
literally,
do a
I'm
movie.
seeing the book, but I'm actually seeing this journey going on like a film.
Absolutely.
And look at the cover of that book.
Yeah, it's called Carlita's Way, Out of the Dark into the Light, My Journey. And I wrote it because of I'm being the labeling me the craziest sports wife in the world, one, but I asked my sons before I wrote the book for their permission, if I could, and they said yes, mommy.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
I did it. I didn't think I could do it, but with the help of my PR, Joy Paris, she told me to write my own book.
Wow.
And so I did, and it took about 9 months and a whole bunch of wine.
Wow. Because you had to get in the mood.
Oh my goodness. Well, there's a lot of things that happened during my time with my ex-husband. He took my children from me out of trickery, and to oh my goodness.
So how did you deal with those emotions? Because I'm sure when you was writing those books, it actually brought back some memories.
Between tears and wine, I got through it.
Yeah. But that's why we got the book.
Yeah, it was. Oh my goodness. You don't know what you can do until you do it. But yeah, and then I didn't know, like, facing domestic violence. I didn't know that I was in that. So I also have a foundation called the Purple Bottom Foundation to help people in domestic violence situations.
Well, actually, you're living life unlimited because you went from going from one thing to your kids being sick and still being able to be the support for them to actually saying, you know, I'm picking myself back up. You know,
Absolutely.
I mean, you're doing it. I mean, you look fabulous. I would have never thought that you had, oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So like your true example. So where do you see yourself going from here, from this book? What is your dreams for this book?
Well, I'm going to have a movie soon. I'm actually writing the script. It's really different from writing a book. And the inspiration, I've written 2 sitcoms.
Wow.
Yeah, and that inspiration came from, I have a 9-year-old also. Yeah.
Girl. Oh my God. Give me 5. Give me 5. Damn, that's what I'm talking about.
So it's to tell women out there that it's okay to have a baby at 46.
That's amazing.
It happens, yeah.
Okay, and that's keeping you youthful.
Yeah, she does.
You know, that makes a big difference.
Yeah, she
does.
Absolutely, she does.
Well, I mean, I'm just impressed. I mean, I'm literally
you.
impressed, and it actually helps so many women out there who has went through, you know, divorce, went through changes, to let them know, guess what? You can still live life unlimited.
Well, I have a saying, and it comes from, because I'm Buddhist, it comes from one of the teachings, and it takes 11 days to get to Kamakura. And if you stop at 10, you'll never make it to Kamakura. So if you fall, get back up.
Get back up.
Yeah.
Just keep getting back up.
Yeah, and it's hard because I went from being married to an NBA ball player to welfare.
Wow.
Yeah, and I had...
But that taught you so much.
You're telling me.
Oh, I've experienced that, you know, similar situation to going from having all this to having nothing, but it make you appreciate both ways.
Well, I was always appreciative. I come from a big family,
Wow.
you know, of 9. And yeah, we didn't have much. And so when the NBA husband came about, he married me because I didn't know. And I was so green and didn't know, because a lot of women go out there and think, oh, he's got a lot of money, so I'm going to do this, you know. But no, mine was pure innocence and love.
That makes a difference. Because when you are able to know the different levels of having to not having to being green to knowing. So any woman out there that's married to someone that don't know, you can tell them, look, baby, this is how it goes. You know, this is really what you need to do. I would have put this back if I had known. You know, I mean, honest, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I just really like congratulate you on all your success.
Thank you so much.
It has been like a journey. I really see it's really been a
It has
great
been a journey. Yeah.
You know, so with that, do you have anybody in mind who you would love to be in this film that you're producing?
Absolutely, Tandy Newton. That's on my wish list.
Your wish list.
Yes.
Awesome.
And right there it stops, because after that we can have whoever wants to come on board.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And I know with having Joy with you, it's always good to have someone to help guide you.
She's amazing.
That's amazing.
Absolutely.
Because I know I've been seeing your book signing. So tell us a little bit about that, of actually, you know, having people come and get your book and you signing it.
Well, we usually have book signings, and then we have questions and answers. And then people usually want to know my experience. You know, how did I get from point A to point B and point B to point C? And would I do it over? And what would I change? And my truth is, I would change nothing about my life. Nothing. Not one thing. Yeah. Because I wouldn't have my children, and then I wouldn't have my baby girl. And my life is, I mean, it's life. It's every day from moment to moment, and you deal with the ups and the downs.
So actually, every moment of your life was inspired. It was inspiring the next moment.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. Well, looking back, absolutely. Isn't it?
Because you don't know. You be thinking, why am I going through this? Why me? Why me? But it actually give you a view for the next part of your life.
I didn't say why me. I just said, okay, how do I get out of this one? What do I do next?
Wow.
You know, because
that makes a difference. That's saying you need to put, oh, wow.
Yeah, because, you know, like in my book, I talk about both my boys finished college. And I'm that's one thing I totally brag about. Like, they graduated Long Beach State, both of them.
Wow, that's amazing.
And I got my son a scholarship in 7 days after being told I didn't know what I was doing. And I truly didn't know what I was doing.
Wow.
I didn't.
Well, you were self-taught.
Yeah, I just did it.
You did it.
I made a phone call, and my son was like, well, Mom, I want to go to school out there. And I thought, really? And I thought because his dad was his dad, he could make it happen. I did it in 7 days.
Wow.
And then the next year, my son calls and tells me, hey, Mom. I'm like, for real?
For real?
But I got him in school in the day.
Wow.
Yeah,
so you need to give some tips on that. Put that on a blog.
It's in the book.
It's in the book.
It's in the book.
So they got to make sure to get the book.
Yeah.
You know, Carlita's Way. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Out of the dark.
Into the light.
My
journey.
Your journey.
Yeah, it's been a journey.
It's been a journey. Well,
Yeah.
I appreciate you telling us a little bit about your journey. It is so important to know people's story because that's what I'm about. You know, living life unlimited.
Absolutely.
Through other people's life story because we can avoid a lot of mistakes from just looking at other people's life.
That's true.
You know.
And yeah, I remember my mama saying that. Why don't you have to do that when I told you not to? Yeah, I remember all that.
I would have avoided a whole lot of stuff.
Yes, we just listened.
So you all, I thank you all so much for tuning into the show. You know, we're going to have a lot more as the show go on and everything. Thank you so much for tuning into my show. And this is your girl, Melody Trice.